And I didn't even know what that meant. I had no clue. I was a brand new coach. I think I was diamond at that time, maybe 1 star. I can't even remember. Maybe going for 2 star or something. But I didn't know a lot about the business, but he put me in a group. He said, I'm going for top 10. I knew it was a big deal. And he asked me to be a part of that. And he said the same thing I say to my people. He said the same thing that Jaron Shea are saying to you. He said, I can't do this without all of you. He said, you're either in or you're out. You don't have to do this. My nature, of course, I was like, of course I'm in. I understand. Like, there's some people, I think you have to view this business as like everything is a learning experience for you. And the fact that this is the crazy part, the fact that you are actually a part of a bigger team I'm going for Superstar Diamond, my team personally, whatever you want to call it, they have to attach a name to it. Kim's going for 10-star Diamond and Elite. The fact that you're actually, I'm kind of your grandfather in this business, which is depressing because I'm probably older than you too, but the fact that you have like your 2 levels up is going for those massive goals, and also your direct coaches are going for like an elite team, guys. There was only 225 elite coaches this year out of 400,000. 200 out of 400,000, guys. This isn't like, I hope you understand how blessed, fortunate, grateful, whatever you want to call it, you are to like be on a team where, and it's not just Jaron Shailene, it's not just Kim and I, it's also Miguel. And Miguel's upline is Lindsay Matway. Like, guys, you are in a funnel of leaders and coaches that like, it just, a lot of coaches, like Kim and I get it more than you'll get it, but like every week I get emails and messages being, how can I switch to your team? How can I switch to your guys' team? How do I, it's nonstop. Of course you can't, you have to quit. We don't encourage that, yada, yada, yada. But that's the constant messages you get. So it's like, I hope you value that. It's not about like, and this is the other thing. It's like, I had to explain to sort of one of our coaches, because one of her coaches actually she's like, it kind of sounds like these are personal goals. Well, of course they're personal goals, but we can't do it without a team. And here's the thing. If you want anything out of this business, at some point, and you're all on this call, so I'm assuming you do, at some point, you're going to have this conversation with your team. And your coaches are going to have this conversation with their team. It's just how this business works, you guys. And you should want it to work this way. Like I always say, guys, like you don't give 1 penny of your income to Shailene or Jer or me or Lindsay Matway, or you don't give a dime to anybody. You keep 100% of your income, you guys, but you get all these resources and systems and training. And guys, going from Shailene, Jer, Kim, me, Miguel, Lindsay, I don't know who our upline is, but like all of your leaders in your upline, all are like completely invested in this business, completely invest. Like, do you know how rare that is? So I'm not saying do it because you should thank anybody. This is your business. You do it whatever you want. But when I was part of Miguel's push, and I quickly, like in that group he set up that first year, again, it was 2015, I just took a leadership role. I just started asking Miguel, I said, what do you need from me? This is what I said to Miguel. I said, listen, I said, I want big things out of this business. I said, I don't really understand what it means you going for top 10. I don't know everything you have to do. All I said to him was, I said, what do I need to do to help you get to that goal? That's what you need to tell me. And he said, you know what? Get to diamond first. Get to 2-star diamond. Like, do all the things that you have to do in your business. And so when he plugged me into that group, then my next question to him was like, how can I help you? I said, Miguel, how can I help you with your coaches, get them to the next level? Because listen, that experience for me, being a part of his push, me being so invested in him personally, his team, my business, you'd kind of have to be, I'd say this with respect, you kind of have to be pretty dense if you don't value that experience as a chance to grow yourself, especially as a new coach, because I didn't know a lot. But that experience with him, by the way, he finished number 11 in the company. He missed the top 10. But aside from that, him going for that goal, and his main coaches then, I don't know if you know them, but when I joined, these were like the people I looked up to. Like his coaches were like Jennifer Wall, Cheyenne Tracy, Danielle Bennett. I engaged with them. I became friends with them. I would pick their brain about stuff. Like Jen Wall was the #1 coach in Canada for a year and a half, and I became friends with her. I was like, how can I? So like you have to engage in the process just as much as you want to grow your business. And that's what I did. And I really became a leader in that group. And all those coaches, like all his PS coaches, from Jen to Cheyenne to me to Danielle Bennett, the leaders in that group, like they're all 6-figure plus earners now, guys, all of them. And they just bought in. They bought into what Miguel was doing. They wanted to learn. They wanted to grow. And here's the other thing, guys. Like I'll say this, like I swear my TV is possessed, Apple TV. It makes these weird sounds and comes on when I don't know what's going on. Anyway, like anything I've ever talked to Shailene and Jer about, anything like about, and I think they would agree, like #1 priority for them with me is I want to make sure they're having fun doing this. Jer battles with some of the chronic pain stuff that I go through. So we connect on that level. So more importantly, I want them to be like, I want them to enjoy this process. I want them to have fun, but it's also business. And I also know like, I've also asked them if I can hold them accountable to their goals. And they've said, of course, so I can have those honest conversations with them. Anything I've ever asked of Jer and Shailene to do, not that I have to ask them to do stuff, because that's not what this is about, but anything that I've been like, hey guys, I'm doing this. This is a goal I'm going for with the team. Jer, this is going on in your back office. Can you maybe do this and that and just have a look at that? Without question, no hesitation, Jer and Shailene have been there for Kim and I since day one. And I'd like to think we've been there for them since day one. Do you not think because of that, like Kim and I would do anything for those two? Like anything for those two, like without hesitation, right? It's a mutual friendship, of course, but also a mutual business relationship where, like, of course, like anything they ask, it may not be on the spot. Like I had to move this call because I had some stuff going on last night, but like anything, it's a reciprocal relationship, right? And so what you put into the relationship, business, personal, you're probably going to get that exactly back. It's why I have trouble with coaches who are like, oh, I have coaches that say to me, they're like, Jamie, I just don't feel supported by you. I'm like, okay, let's dive into that. What do you mean by that? And they're like, well, and the first thing I'll say is I'm accessible by Facebook Messenger. You have my cell phone number. I'm accessible by Instagram Messenger. I'm on every team call every Monday. I know because I actually run them and I do the slides for them. I'm available anytime. I'm plugged into my business 7 days a week, almost 24 hours a day. So you tell me how I'm not supporting you. And I haven't seen you on a team call for 2 months. Those are the things where like, look at, if you want support and you want your upline to run with you, then you got to run if you want them to run with you, right? Like that's all part of this. It's this relationship is give and take. If you want to sprint, I'm going to sprint with you. If you want to go at a snail's pace, that's fine, but I'm probably going to go at a snail's pace with you too. And I'm not going to check in with you every day. I don't have time for that. I have a family I need to take care of, right? So those are the things that kind of you need to think about here. And all I know is like it takes courage to ask to go for goals. I respect Jer and Shailene because of that. I know they show up in their business every day. I think you should respect that. And at the end of the day, you being a part of this push and going for it with them, and even just being a part of their push, you're part of my push and Kim's push and the whole team push, you're just going to learn and grow. The worst case scenario that's going to happen is you move your business forward. There's no downside. There's none. You could have a scarcity mindset and be like, well, yeah, but they're going to be 5-star elite diamond coach and maybe walk across stage. But what does that do for me? Which there's some people like that. You can have that attitude, but if you honestly have that attitude now, you won't be here in a year from now. Guaranteed. You will not survive this business. Nope. You won't be here in a year from now. You just won't. It's just not how this works, you know? So I hope that kind of makes sense. My whole goal for you is like, I mean, I think, you know, Jaron, Shailene, you probably I would love to know what your goals are over the next 2 weeks for August. Like I said, the worst thing that can come out of this is you push like crazy. They either hit their personal goal, team goal, or they don't. But your goal should be like, move your business forward, like see what you can do in that time frame. And I've had like I've had coaches, like even Natasha, who's one of my coaches, she's a 1-star diamond, and I talk to her very regularly, and she's like, you know, Jamie, she's like, sometimes I don't do it for myself. Sometimes I take my foot off the gas because I don't have the motivation. She's like, but when you tell me you're going for a goal, she perks up, and she's like, okay, now I'm like, sometimes that motivates people too, because you care and respect enough about people and you see what they're pouring into the business. You want to give back to them for what they've provided to you. And I'm the same way with Miguel and Lindsay Matway. Like Lindsay Matway is like, I messaged her today. I wanted her to speak on, she's going to speak at our Diamond Retreat next week. And because Lindsay's done stuff in the business where anytime Lindsay's asked me to speak on her team call or speak to one of her leaders or a guy that she's mentoring, I mean, I'm all in with her. You don't think anytime I ask Lindsay to do anything for our team, she's like, yeah, of course I'm doing it for you. Right. So you grow together, you learn together, you know, you respect each other, you respect each other's efforts in this business. And, you know, I told someone the other day too, it's like, I would never hop on a call with my leaders and be like, hey, I'm going for Superstar Diamond. I don't know if a guy's ever done it in the company. I don't think so. It would be a first for us. You know, it's the highest rank you can get in the company. I would never hop on a call, which I had to do 2 weeks ago. I'd never hop on a call with our team and ask them to do this with me if Kim and I were sitting on a beach in Florida 12 months of the year, kicking back, you know, drinking every night, not showing up on team calls, just living off our team volume. I would never ask anyone of that, ever. But we don't do that. We pour and pour and pour and pour into our team, you know, just like Jaron Shailene. And so that means something. And I hope you see that. I hope you value that. Because again, guys, if you're going to turn this into anything, you're going to have to do the exact same thing with your team and have the courage to do it. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. You grow your income this way, you know? So where do you want to go from here, guys?
Well, thank you, Jamie. And I'm going to say, like, I'm sweating sitting here on this call. Like, I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. I think more so because, one, this is a huge ask. Two, I'm so excited for you guys. Like, I want you guys to move your business forward. I don't want you guys to be in the same place you are right now 6 months from now. I want to see you guys grow. I know you didn't all decide to start a business to not move it forward, to not see growth. And so I think for us, like, we just love and respect you guys so much that we're so excited for this moment and to be able to do this together. So I love everything you touched on, Jamie. And I definitely want to ask everyone what your goals are. And I don't know, Jamie, do you normally do this as like just shout it out? Or I was going to individually.
Yeah, let me say one thing. It's only a huge ask. Like, it's only a huge ask of your team if they don't want anything from this business. Otherwise, it's just business as usual. Push your business forward. Let's see where you can take it. It's not a huge ask if you all want to grow your business, because it should be what you're doing anyway, right? It should be that urgency in your business all the time of what you want to do anyway. So it's a big ask because it's uncomfortable for them, because they're like, hey, we're going for this goal. We need you to do this, but it shouldn't be a big ask because you should be dialed in anyway. Oh man, I was going to say one more thing. I can't remember. Shailene, and just go through and ask each person what they want out of this and where they want to go.
Yeah. So did you say go through and ask? Yeah, it cut off. Okay. All right. We're going to go really quick. I'm going to go based on how I see you guys on my screen. So Shorty. So Shorty hit diamond. We're 5 weeks ago. we're moving into our 6th week now. So like huge rank advancement for you. But where are you at? What's next up for you?
Well, you told me I have to be 5-star by next summit, but that's totally, I feel like that kind of has to be my goal now. I was hoping to be 2-star for the year. That's where I was hoping to be. So like that was kind of and then you were like 5-star, and I'm like, okay, guess that's my goal now. I have my team set up that I could, so I just have to get them there.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
I'm like in the business?
Sure.
I don't really have one. It's just a matter of getting it done.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Get it done. Like when I'm not getting there, I know why. Right? Like if I'm not there, it's because of me. I know what I've done. I know what I haven't done. And so it's just a matter of just doing it. So there's no fear anymore in doing it. If I'm not doing it, it's just because I'm not showing up, and I own that. So
I love it. Thank you. I'm glad you said there's and it's nothing wrong with having fear. I still have fears about the business. Like we all do, right? We're human. Yeah. We're human. But I love that you answered that. You're like, I don't really have any. That's cool. What I was going to say is like, I still get the biggest kick in this business. And I don't know if you'll believe me. I always say this. I still get a bigger kick out of this type of stuff than like the CEO award, for instance, which is a huge deal. And I don't want to I'm not talking about it because it happened to Kim and I. That's cool. I still get a bigger kick out of even something like seeing this with Jared and Shailene have a team call with this many people on it. This is the stuff that like motivates me. This is what I love to see. And my wish for all of you, and I really mean this, like my wish for all of you is that like in 6 months or a year or 2 years or whatever it takes, I get a message from one of you and you're like, hey, Jamie, love for you to be a guest on my team call. I got 30 girls that are going to show up. I want you to be a guest on my that lights me up more than anything. I'm telling you, like that is the stuff that, because it's leaders creating leaders, which is what this business is about. The awards are great. Rank is great. It's important. I love that stuff. But like, this is the stuff. My wish for all of you is you have team calls like this and then some, and you grow and grow and grow. So anyway, I'll stop rambling. Who's next?
Okay, Shah. So Shah is 6 days into coaching. So
days?
6 days. 6 days.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know all the ranks yet, but you can give us.
No, I don't know the ranks, but I already wrote down goals today when I got my book and everything. So basically my biggest goal right now is to know my brand, own my brand, and then kill my brand. So that being said, in order for me to be successful and to actually get the right network, get the right people like the sharks and people that are like as interested and motivated as everybody on this call, I don't want to just like be like, oh my God, you should join up, because I already told you I've had people reach out to me, but I'm not ready to just be like, okay, I know everything, because that I don't. So right now I'm just concentrating on like getting to know the brand and then building a pipeline and a network and then catching a certain demographic. So like mothers that are on maternity leave like me, because I have a 5-month-old. So that's kind of my goal right now. And I do want to be at the top, and trust me, like I'm in sales for a living. I'm super competitive. So I'm
love it.
Someone that's going to not go far. It's just not, I'm going to hold myself accountable, and I'm going to make you guys proud, and I hope we can all work together and just kill it. So that's all I have to say.
I love you said you're competitive.
Yeah, I played rugby for Team Canada, so I'm pretty
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's like if you told me to like describe like a really good coach, it'd be like, if I had to give like 3 characteristics, I'd be like, resourceful is definitely one of them, because as many resources as you have, resourcefulness is like, that's a big one, right? But yeah, if you're competitive, whew,
I won't lose. I have to.
You have an edge. You have an edge over other people who aren't. You really do.
Yeah.
I
So
love it.
I'm going to do my best to make you guys proud. I'm a little bit slower right now, just trying to catch up to the workouts and just get my social media account going and stuff like that. But I'm pretty excited. So
You're doing amazing. Shaw's a little firecracker. I love that. You're doing amazing. Honestly, you're doing great. I love that. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right, Danielle. Where you at, girl?
You're on mute.
Oh.
Right.
There you go.
Hey there. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good. Okay. So I have been pushing for Diamond for far too long, and I am ready. The only thing that's in my way is myself and all the excuses I make. So I'm the first one to own that. I work a full-time job, and I keep telling myself, like, when I find time. And I always remind myself, like, Jamie and Kim built this with corporate jobs. If there's real people out there doing it and doing what I want to do. And so I just keep telling myself that tough love. And Jared and Shailene have been so supportive, but it's just me showing up every day. So I am determined I actually been writing down in my affirmations every morning, I'm going to make Jamie and Kim proud. I'm going to make Shailene and Jared proud because I want to go far with them. So I'm excited for this call.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm not trying to make you cry, but what? And I don't know what your motivation is. So I'm just assuming, guessing, not even guessing. I'm just like, I'm a big financial guy, and it's not that, Kim and I don't use our income to live this huge fancy life. We put money away, paying off our mortgage, getting our kids' school paid for, the good stuff, not Lambos, not that we could afford that, but you know what I mean? Like, there's a right and a wrong way to spend your money. What would it mean to you? What would it mean to you if you could earn $200,000 a year from this business?
That'd be huge. I mean, I don't have kids yet, but I would love to just be home with my future kids.
Yeah.
The whole time freedom is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I came from the fitness industry. And so, like, for me, my first passion was just impacting people and helping people. So
it has to start with that.
Yeah.
It has to, right? Mm-hmm. Like impact equals income.
Yep. So I think, and I've talked to Shailene and Jared about this, like I struggle, trying to get challengers versus coaches because I want to be their coach, but it's getting out of that mindset and talking about the business more is what I'm trying to focus on recently.
Yeah.
And really just narrow in on that. So.
Yeah. It's always the toughest one, talking about the business, but it's a pretty simple business. I mean, we talked about it in the last team call. It's like, don't overcomplicate it. Use third-party tools if you have to.
Yeah, I mean, all the resources, like you said, it's unlimited resources that you guys give us. And it's just, sometimes it's just overwhelmingly amazing that it's like, okay, it's right all there in front of me. I just got to do it. Like, show up. So you guys are all amazing. So just want to, like what Chantel said, just make you guys proud and make ourselves proud and really grow.
Yeah.
I know you have it in you, Danielle. Like you show up all the time. You are very consistent within your business. And you constantly show up for training after training after training. And if there's one thing that I could say that I think could really help you change maybe the trajectory of where things are at right now, or help you get unstuck if you're feeling unstuck, I think you know more than you give yourself credit for. You have been showing up for a long time in this business, like week after week, day after day. You know this business and you are good at it. Like, you're so good at it. And I just think you can give yourself a lot more credit than what you do, and go in with confidence with that, because you're a leader. Like, you have this. So I'm so excited you're here with us, and I'm so excited for you to get this, because you're going to get it.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Hey, is your time going to run out, guys?
Yeah. I'm just upgrading.
Do you have to you want to restart it, or what do you want to do?
Yeah. Do you mind if we restart?
No, no, we got to get through everyone.
Okay. I'm gonna end this, and then we're gonna restart it.
All right.
Okay. 1 sec. Jump back on.